Hello everybody. This time, again, 2 sessions wrapped up in one video. The first session was right after I primed all the parts. As you can see, it's already getting darker outside. It's a short session, just assembling all the parts back to when I was drilling it. It's kind of a preparation because the next day will be a long day for riveting all the parts. So I thought maybe it was better to take a few minutes, probably an hour, to get everything assembled. So I use the stiffeners first to get all the bulkheads in line, and then I click on the skin. Bottom skin was apparently already there, so now I put the side skins on. Everything is already drilled and dimpled, and then I figured out that I need to de-vinyl the strokes where the rivet should be. So you cannot just click over everything because you need to remove the vinyl. You can see that I do it here. Yeah, you actually can see it because it's on the bottom side. I use an old soldering iron for that, which I made the tip nice round so it won't damage the aluminum. I figured it out after setting, let's say, 10 clicos, so I have to unset them again. So now we're going to do it on the side. As you can see, I use a soldering iron. Some people do it with a ruler to make the parts really nice, but I don't see the benefit of that, so I just do it with the hand. You could remove all the vinyl completely, but this kind of protects the rest of the aluminum for damaging, although some people say it doesn't matter anyway, because once you have to paint it, you have to rough it up anyway, so maybe it's all useless, but everybody does it, so I just follow those steps. I also did the other side, but I didn't tape it, I think. Okay, this is the next day. My dad helped me again, because this is much easier if you do it with 2 persons. You can probably do it by yourself, but it's probably very hard. So again, my father uses the rivet gun. I use the bucking bar. The biggest problem at the thing that is hard is that you have to use different lengths of rivets depending on the thickness of the material. In the tail part there are several different skin thicknesses, so you have to be careful there that you don't use the wrong rivet. So first riveting now the bottom skin to the side skins, and also on some places to the bulkheads. Again, where the bulkheads meet both skins, you need a thicker or a longer rivet, because the skin is thicker there. You have to reach in with the bucking bar, and it's sometimes a little cramped, and also there's not much space, especially the stringers, which I'll do later. And you shouldn't forget that the first bulkhead, so the bulkhead that you can see on the end, you shouldn't rivet that one, because that still needs to be removed to be able to join it together with the center section. So I leave the clicos in there, and this time we didn't make a mistake of by accidentally riveting parts that shouldn't be riveted, so that's good. Okay, bottom side. especially in let's say this end, the aft side of the tail, it's very cramped, so it's very hard to reach in there. Actually, we don't use the rivet gun for the parts in the front, as you can see here, the tail side, because you can do that with a squeezer, and that's always easier. So I'll do that part with a squeezer. Okay, I think we have the bottom finished up mostly. As you can see, I make a tail dragger. You can see it on the front here on the aft side, where the tail wheel should be connected to. Okay, that was the bottom. Now we do the side, and we start with the top J channel. With every rivet you have to check if it's good, because you can hardly see it, so it's a little hard to check. So it doesn't go as fast as I would like to, because I actually was planning on finishing the whole tail section in one day, but that wasn't possible. So it took me another day for the other side. The other side went faster because once you have done one, you know all the pitfalls. So that's okay. Sometimes you have to, I think we drilled a few rivets out here, because we made either a mistake of length or we just set it wrong. So in total I think we drilled 4 or something like that rivets out. We were discussing how to do the aft part, and in the end we decided to only rivet those things which cannot be reached by the squeezer, so the bottom parts, and the rest we don't do it at all, because I can do it with a squeezer at any time I want to, and it probably gives a better result anyway. Okay, I think that's most of... Oh, we're now doing the bottom stringer, yeah. So we did only the top stringer, and now we do the bottom stringer. That's even harder because it's lower and you cannot really look into it, so every time you have to reach with a gauge, and just by feeling it you have to see if it's correctly set. That makes it harder. You could use a camera or an endoscope or whatever. I choose not to. In the end you kind of get a feeling of how a good rivet feels once it's set. Alright, almost done I guess. Just some bulkheads left to do. And that's it. Continuing next time, building my pie in the sky.